came about as an accident. I had taken a calligraphy class just because I was interested in learning, and I did a couple projects for friends and it just kind of started to take off. So I got brave and I put it on the internet, and ever since then, people that I know and people that I don't know have been asking me to do projects. So we built it into a business from there. My husband is my CFO, so he kind of helps me take care of the financial aspect of the business. So he does the taxes, he'll do the legal part. With a full-time job, I can then focus on the calligraphy and then the marketing side. With this extra income that we're making, we realized we want to do something better for Dallas. We decided that it would be a stretch, but we would donate 10% of every profit that we make from October on to oblivion to 2 charities. He chose Russ Martin's show Listeners Foundations, and then I chose Our Friend's Place. We have kind of what we call 3 business lines. Hand lettering is the first one, so that's anything I'm writing that isn't with a calligraphy pen. So that can be with chalk or with paint pen, or with embossing materials, and that usually ranges between wood signs or canvas or glass. The second business line is calligraphy. So that's with the actual pointed pen and dip in the ink. So that's usually on paper products, but those are more like custom prints or envelope. The third service line is workshops. I'm really excited because I was working with Rachel Haycox on an online instructional video for calligraphy. So I was taking my workshops, around the Oklahoma, Dallas, and Kansas areas, and I'll still be doing that because I think there's a cool personal touch when you can be there in person, but I'm rolling out a kit so that you can learn from anywhere. So you won't just get the supplies and then a workbook of you have to read and figure out how to use it, but you'll also get an instructional video that comes with it so that you can have the tools there with you, and then you can watch me using them and kind of talking you through how each tool is used and the different things you can make and the different letter forms you can do. So I'm so excited to roll this out. If you go onto different calligraphers' Instagrams or websites, you see a definitely distinct, separate style. I don't know how I necessarily describe my style, but I do think people kind of gravitate towards different ways of writing words. And what's cool about that is you don't really have to have competition in the calligraphy world. This week actually met up with a bunch of other calligraphers in Dallas-Fort Worth, and it was really refreshing to kind of talk that out with them and kind of share clients and what do you like and what do you not like doing, and kind of setting up that relationship. Having a full-time job and the calligraphy job has been a constant balancing act, but I'm starting to learn that when I have more things on my plate, I'm more productive in both areas. I guess the advice I would give is to do your side hustle in chunks. So if I'm constantly going between one thing and then the other thing, kind of switching back and forth into my worlds, I'm not as productive in either area. So, setting aside time in the morning or time at lunch or time after work to actually focus on the calligraphy business. And then the rest of the time, 8 to 9 hours a day, I'm completely dedicated to my full-time job. That's been really helpful to me to really separate it out. That's just how I feel at the moment. Sometimes I'm pulling my hair out, but today I feel really good about it. My biggest piece of advice for somebody who wants to start their own business is to be totally bold with your social media. I was so scared to put my art out there at first because, to be honest, when I first started, it wasn't very good. I feel like I'm getting better month over month, but you kind of just have to be brave and have a little bit of confidence, and the more confidence you have in yourself, I feel like that translates to how people perceive you. So just kind of keep at it and keep your confidence up because it'll get better.